Hello folks and welcome back to Parkitect. We are here in Orchard Acres. It is two separate plots of farmland are yours to build a rustic amusement park on. Maybe old Bill, who owns the center farm, can be convinced to sell his land eventually. Question mark. We have to have a happiness rating of 70%, no loan debts, 60 or 600, excuse me, park tickets, 1,200 park tickets there, optional satisfaction, and complete everything. If we pop over here, you can see that we're going to unlock some extra terrain, which I'm assuming is going to be this middle area here, judging by our fencing, once we reach 600. And yeah, we have all of that. And if we reach, we get a little bonus here if we reach 70%. So taking a look at the parks here, we have two distinct separate parks. We have this kind of narrow strip that goes back quite a ways, which is nice. And then we have this narrow strip that goes back quite a ways with some trees and other buildings here. What is that thing there? Okay, so we have underground storage or transport. I'm assuming it's going to connect back to somewhere in one of these buildings. There it is. All right, so we have that. We have this weird path and nothing there, and another kind of weird path. We take a look at our rides. Rides, pretty run-of-the-mill. Not a lot in as far as thrill rides go. Coasters are pretty limited. Okay. So we're definitely going to have to spend some money on some high-intensity rides. We're going to hope that we get some coasters here that will help us out. How about food-wise? Okay, we don't even have drinks, so maybe we're going to go back here and do shops first and just get something for our guests to drink and hopefully be successful at that, and then we'll move forward from there, maybe. All right, let's go in here. I'm going to get rid of all of that because I don't particularly care for that. Setup, we're just going to go in here and do something like that. We'll put a info kiosk right there. And then let's figure out what we want to do ride-wise. Alright, so we have a Ferris wheel you can put in. Let's just slap that right at the front of the park. No reason to really spread out stuff here right now. So we'll get that in there like so. Open that up and charge $2. And then we need another one. We can either go with carousel, spiral slide, or this. Basically, I'm going to split off half the ride. So half of our comm rides are going to go on this side, the other half on the other side. Same with thrill rides. And I don't know what we're going to do coaster-wise yet because these just aren't very good. Let's go in and build a little go-kart ride here. And then we'll see what we want to do after we get that built. So we'll go in and do something like that. And maybe we'll have that. Oh, I can't go up on a turn. It's interesting. I thought I could for some reason. All right, we'll do that. Have that come up and around. Oh, we can do a spiral down. Okay. So if we do something like that. There we go. Look at that. It's gorgeous. Alright, that should work for most things. Take a look. Let's see, how many carts do we actually get? 13, they can do 3 laps. That's all well and good. I probably would, if this was like an actual cart, that'd probably be a little more fun to do more stuff, but it's okay for right now. Get the basic stuff in here. That's quite a long ride line, but that's fine for what we're doing right now. And I guess we're going to build back to this area here, doing our thing like so. Get that in there, and then we will get our employee path set up here. And I guess we're going to have to bring it around as well because we don't have any real good area for our employees to get to that stuff. So we'll add on our hot dogs. What else do we have here? Umbrellas, which means it's probably going to rain a good bit at this park, which kind of sucks. But that's all well and good for that. We'll hire a hauler. Our hauler's area will be that, and you are going to live in zone 1. And then we'll also add on our staff house back here. One of the problems I'm foreseeing already is because our parks are not connected. We basically have two separate parks, and we need to make sure that we have the services of each park at each spot. So that's going to be a little bit of a challenge, I think. And if I take a look here, does that pathway destroy things as far as like what it will look like? So we'll go into decoration. It actually doesn't hurt anything. It's kind of neutral. For some reason, this is the the one that can they? No, they can't. There's just they don't like that spot for some reason. Okay, whatever. Then we're just gonna add some decorations here, and I think that's gonna be it for this side of the park. We don't have a lot of money. We are down to around $14,000. And we have a lot of stuff we need to do still. And we also don't have a lot of stuff going on. And what I mean by that is that we don't really have a lot of good rides to get started with here. So I'm a little concerned about where we're going to go in this park if we don't get some good rides pretty quickly. If we get good stuff quick, it's not going to be a big deal, but I don't know. It seems like on the parks that you don't get a lot of kind of quote-unquote good things right out of the gate, it's going to take a little while to get good stuff. And there's no ride rewards on this one for cool stuff. So we're going to leave that as is. These are going to be the two rides that are in that side. We're going to do the same thing over here as far as getting them kind of built up. So we'll get those removed because they don't really make sense for us. And we're going to bring this all the way back to there. And then this one's going to go all the way there. We'll put another info kiosk. And I guess this area here is going to be where we put in some of our services. Let's see here. We had hot dogs at the other one. And we had umbrellas. And hopefully when we get a drink thing, we'll be able to put that in there as well. So we'll do that. Put that in there. Build our staff room, which they hate the look of, so we will have to disguise this one. The other one we could at least, didn't really have to do much with it because it was kind of already out there. These ones are not, so we're just gonna hide all of this behind some of the first thing I clicked on, which was the metal area here. So we'll hide all of that. And I think we're just going to go the opposite direction here. So we have this roof line that kind of goes up and over. So this one's going to be kind of just a flatter roof line thing. Roofing wise, we don't have a lot as far as cool roofs go. So it's going to be a relatively boring roof. That is a atrocious building, but it's okay for right now. I apologize. Let's see. So we have a spiral slide. We didn't build that, correct? What else didn't... we have another ride we can build over there. Okay. So we'll do something like that. We'll open that up. And I think we can probably throw a bathroom and something else in there, and that will be fine. Then thrill ride wise, we'll put in our Scrambler-esque ride. Maybe that will exist right in that area. And it's going to be a pretty short entry for that. And yeah, I guess we could put in a car ride too if we want it. I'm not super big on filling this area up yet because we have lots of space to do stuff with. We do have a car ride over here, so maybe one over here makes sense, but I also want to save money for when we hopefully eventually do get something better. We'll probably put in a junior coaster here. I think that makes the most sense. We'll get something over in this area and then we'll call it a day on this part of the park. So that junior coaster is going to, I think, exist like right here. Just take a look at it real fast. Make sure we get all of that. And we're going to increase the chain lift speed as well. we're just going to do what we can do with this, and then we're going to dipsy-do a little bit. Oh, we can go bigger with this. Awesome. All right, so we'll do something like that. So we go up to 7.5, so hopefully that will work. And right now we're just trying to build something that's kind of compact, but also packs a punch, for lack of a better term here. I want this to be a slightly intense ride, the most intense ride at our parks by far, but not something that's going to like scare people off too much. So I'm kind of underbanking some of these turns just a bit in order to hopefully generate some more forces and hopefully get people to want to ride this, because I'd be totally thrilled if this were considered a high intensity ride. I think that would be great. Ooh, we can't do that, can we? Okay, so we're running into our first little problem here. See, what can we do? This is going to be quite the rough ending, and that's fine for what we need to do here. I think that's going to be totally appropriate. That should work. Let's get a new entry in here and just see what that looks like. So it's going to loop around, do its thing. And it's almost high. It almost reaches that level. This is going to be a $4 ride, I think. We're going to paint this. So we'll do red supports. And we'll do like an orangey kind of track. How does that look? That's not terrible. What do we want to call this? Call it Buzz Run, because our orchard there should be bumblebees, and we're gonna need to paint this to make it look more bumblebee car-esque, because there are not other types of cars for this, unfortunately. But let's paint this up. See what it looks like. So that green color, if we make that a yellow, this one a black. So let's go with yellow. Make that one the black. Does that look better? Not really. We'll go through here. Oh, it's just the bumper color. That's dumb. We'll make that black, and then our seat color will have be white. I think that will be fine. Put in our exit, get our entranceway set up. I'm not going to go crazy with this. I maybe should add that to be a little bit more complex, but I think it'll be fine for our initial setup here. As far as walls go, we do need to make sure that this has, well, we don't have to, but I think it makes sense to have this be some type of station. And I'm not sure why this end piece right here is a different color. If anybody knows, I've seen it happen a couple other times. If anybody knows why that happens, please let me know. It's bothered me for a while. Why when you change the coaster track, only the last piece does not change, and it doesn't make any sense to me. All right, let's get our roofing structure in here. And we'll add some windows because everybody likes creepy looking windows, right? far as that goes, this is going to be, let's echo the red of the supports. Alright, then we're going to grab this, grab that. Nope, that's the wrong one. That's the one I wanted. My bad. Alright, so we have that built. This is we still want to save some money. And I also guess need to build some bathrooms in these parks, but we'll get that in a second. Let's go and quickly add on the things that we need to have here. Alright, do the same thing to the other side. And then we'll do the same treatment we did the other side, hopefully getting all of the same things if I remember which ones I used. And then hopefully we can open this park up and get to our 600th guest, and then from there be able to do some fun stuff. So I think we use these on the other side, not that, this trash can. I think we use the double ones. So go in, get those set up and ready to go in there, and then hopefully we can open this park up. I just need to do bathrooms still, and I need to fix my mistakes. Like that one, and then we should be good. So we need to get some bathrooms. That one's going to exist there. I think we only need to have one for right now. So we'll put that one, let's say, right there. And then we'll make this a nice little building or something just to hide some of that stuff. So do something like that maybe? Does that look like I planned it? I don't know. But it's going to be fine for what we're doing right now. We'll get that 1 and 2. Then roofing wise, we'll go in here. Grab our nice curvy curve roofs. And there we go. Okay. The only other thing I think I'm going to do for this side, we have to go back and do the bathrooms for the other one, but I think for this side we're going to add some, the walls will get the kind of, this stuff, this framing. Just think it looks nicer overall. And then we'll add that coming down here as well. All right, then we'll have that come up. We'll do that and then have it. And then as far as roofing goes, kind of looks a little racy, right? As far as usually they have the kind of the exposed bare metal. Races are kind of just a weekend kind of thing. So we have very minimal structure that will stand up to whatever we need to stand up to, but it gets kind of blown down or taken down at the end of the day. And then we can go in, and I'm going to use glass for this because if we want to be able to see inside what's going with the race, it just makes sense to have glass. So we'll go through and do that. All right, and I'm not going to put any walls on there because I think it makes sense just to leave that as is. Have that one. It's a big area across there. We have a little coaster there with a couple of rides. Oh, we need to hire a hauler for this area. We'll set our zone on this one as well. So it covers all of that. You are going to be the zone 2. And then we need to have a couple. I don't think there's going to be require a whole bunch here. Just based on the size of these 2 separate parks. And I think we're just going to have 1 security guard and 1 maintenance guy per side. Jack Bauer. Alright. We have that. It all looks well and good. It's not my best work as far as this goes, but I know that this is going to be an expensive build. Just the fact that it says no loan debts means that we're going to have some financial problems through this one. So we want to make sure we're at least covering the basics here. So if 1, 2, 3 rides on that side, there's only 2 over here. And no indoor rides, so I think we're going to throw on a carousel here real fast because we don't have that anywhere in this park. $2 for you. And then we can wrap the entry line around this side. And we're going to begin our park and hopefully get some guests in there. So we have our workers coming in. We have our first few guests. There we go. We have guests coming over here. And we slowly have guests coming in on this side as well. Hopefully just the bare minimum stuff we did will make them happy. And then we can get our 70%, which will give us our $2,500. But we have our first few guests on the ride here, which is exciting. We're so close to a high on that. Oh, man. It's a real bummer we didn't get that. That's okay. Hopefully we'll be able to get something drink-wise here really quickly. We're giving a lot of money to the shops. And then we can kind of start getting some more detailed stuff here. Let's see. Nobody's in line for these. Oh, I never noticed these had numbers on them. Do these numbers reset after the rate? Like, interesting. Why is it very low? That should be exciting. Let's go in and change that so they get some more laps. And we'll see if that gets more exciting. Alright, we've completed our goal, so we should get money, right? Do we get money for this one? Oh, price satisfaction. Okay, there's a lot going on here. We have to have the happiness rating of 70%. Done. No loan debts. Done, but probably not for long. 69 guests. Nice. But we need to go through and get a lot more stuff going on here. The worst part is we've sold almost all of the stuff there is to sell. Oh, no. Forgot to add you to those two. Okay. Now we can at least get that set up. We have hot drinks coming. Fantastic. Let's switch that over to coasters. And hopefully we can get a killer coaster in here real soon once we get our drinks set up. And what's our timeline to do all this? I forgot to look at that. Because, oh, June of year 3. That's a pretty tight timeline for a park like this. We have a couple people want to go on go-karts. We have some janitors who just want to hang out in the line. I really want to see when the ride's done, though. Do they line back up or do they kind of keep their randomized order? Because I think that's going to be kind of cool if they keep a randomized order. If the game resets these numbers every time, that's going to be kind of wild. But it's also going to be kind of wild if they keep track of all those things. So they have their full line here. I'm going to pause it real fast because we have hot drinks. I know that sounds like a dumb thing, but people really need to have their drinks, not only in this game, but in life, just to make sure that we have those basic needs satisfied. Without that, your guest satisfaction can go down really quickly. And we just need to make sure that our guests stay satisfied. So let me slow the game back down here and jump over to our ride. And I just want to see when the ride ends where we're at. So they get 5 laps on this bad boy, which is, I think, it sounds reasonable. It's a very long line. We're going to probably have to shorten that at some point. Alright, so let's see here. So number 1. Alright, so everybody's coming to a stop. There, and look, they stay out of their order. Okay, that's kind of cool. And there they go. Off on to another one. And then this is a very exciting ride. People think it's a good deal. That's good. That should help go towards our price satisfaction, which is slowly creeping up, which will have some cash coming our way once it does. And we are currently researching coasters. So we're losing money right now, but I think that's just because of the build. We're not even a full month into the game, so hopefully that will rectify itself shortly here and we'll be coming out with a positive profit. But again, I think this is going to be one of those ones a little tough sometimes to generate all the things we need to generate. I think it's good. Satisfaction's decent. Like this one, think it's a good deal. And then this one has good satisfaction as well. I think that one's a good deal too. So we're being fair on the pricing. We're not being jerks. We just need to get more people into the park so that we can do fun things, and we also need to get a real coaster here because we don't have that right now. And if we can get a real coaster and probably some more thrill rides, we'll be in really good shape. But year 3, it's not even a full year 3, it's June of year 3, so it's a tight deadline for what we have to do, especially when we just don't have good rides. We just really don't have anything that's going to be super, super amazing here. I guess I could build another junior coaster over here to try to get people to go, but based on what we currently have, we're already 200 people in, which is pretty nice, and we're maxing out some of the lines, at least on this side. What do people think on this? Not super up to date on that one, but that's okay. We're getting closer on this one, which makes me feel good because we're about to go into the red. We're losing $700 a month, which even if you take away our research means we're losing $200 a month. Coaster-wise, we have a wooden coaster, which is excellent. This is exactly what we need. We can get a nice wooden coaster. Maybe we'll shoehorn it in this area and maybe an out and back. I think that sounds excellent. Just a nice... We'll have a line going out here because I'm thinking we're going to be able to connect these two. We'll have a station over here, have that go out, come back, and just try to make sure we have high intensity, and we'll be golden. And overall, what are people thinking? They want to go on Buzzron, they want to go on Twister. No, yeah, this is where there's no high intensity rides because we just don't have that. As soon as we get access to one of those, I think we'll be in really good shape. This coaster doesn't give us a timeline. Roller Coaster Tycoon always gave you a timeline on stuff of, for research of like kind of when it would be done. I know we're going to go in the back street. It's okay. We can take out a loan. It's not a big deal. We are slowly losing less money. We are losing money right now, but we were at $700 before and $1,300 before that. Now we're at $684. So we're doing better. As far as park tickets go, we're 225. So we actually haven't lost any guests yet either, which is kind of impressive, especially for guests looking for high intensity rides. That just we don't have that, but they have stayed. Hoping, dreaming for the day that we can get a high-intensity ride delivered to them, which hopefully will be soon. But we're going to build our pathways in here. Oh, rain. There we go. Look, we're out of the red. We are into the black. We have a 70% satisfaction on that, so we're just going to build our pathway down over here that will be doing stuff for us eventually. It's not there yet, but hopefully sometime in the near future we'll be able to do that. And we're coming up on our coaster. So close. Look at it. It's just inching towards the day where we can build a good solid coaster. That's what we want. We want a good solid coaster that we can build. It's high intensity. There we go. Alright. So we're going to pause the game at this point. We're going to flip it over into thrill rides. Because with a good solid high intensity coaster, we should really be able to do a lot more here. So we need to take out a loan for this coaster. I think... Ooh, okay. So I'm debating between these two right now. This one's a better deal than that one for some reason. If we take a look, it's a higher monthly payment, but it's a lower interest rate. This one here is a 0.5% lower. I think we're going to take that one. That's going to be what I think I want. All right. So that's going to come out here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Looking over this, we're going to increase our chain lift speed and have our setup of those guys. Let's see. Yep, we got that. Cool. And then we're going to build a big old boy like so. And we can't do anything about that because we don't own that one. I strongly dislike how they do this part of the game. Nope, we need to take that back. So I'll remove these stupid little things. And I think we're going to try to have this go towards the very back of the park. We'll see what happens here. Our max height was 12. And I'm really trying to goose this thing for some stats right now. And by that, I'm really just keeping these hills nice and low. And hoping that we can maybe sort of kind of get some stats purely based out off of what we have on this. So it's curving the wrong way there. This is going to be a very simple out and back coaster. I'm not trying to make anything crazy complicated here. But I do want this ride to be a little forceful in what it does. So like this turn is not getting banked at all. You can come up and get shot over to the side, hopefully. And again, I'm just trying to goose some stats here with some random stuff. Actually, we're just not even going to turn that, I don't think. Let's just see if we just leave that flat, what it does. We have to turn it a little bit. We have to. I have no idea if it'll make it up that height there. But again, right now I'm really just trying to get this thing to be a high intensity. That's my only goal at this current time, is to get high intensity. Please, please, please be high intensity. It's still considered medium. No. So we're going to do some stuff over here, I think, to try to make this a little more intense. I really don't like, I can't just right click and delete that. All right, let's see what that does. It's going down. Does its thing there, comes around. You just get slammed over and thrown down there. Comes up. Does its thing there. Comes up, down, and just does a bunch of stupid stuff. Comes in, hits brakes, hits another set of brakes, and then goes in there. And look at that, that's a high. That's high. Right there, that's what we wanted. Okay. Can you tell I'm excited about that? Because this park is going to absolutely crash and burn without a high intensity ride. We just cannot do anything without that. So I'm absolutely thrilled right now that we have a high intensity ride. It means a lot to this park. I don't think this park is going to be very successful without it. So having that means a whole lot to us right now, because it's just not going to work if we don't have that. Okay. So feeling significantly better. It's going to be my go-to, which is Splinter. I'm sorry I'm not creative with names. That's going to cost $12 because we already got our satisfaction out of that, so I don't care anymore. And no, we are going with only 2 trains. The ride itself is 52 seconds, which isn't the worst. It's not the best either. But we're going to wait for full capacity. And that looks good. All right, we just need to build a quick little station here. Don't want to make this one metal. There we go, that's what I want. We have this little area here. And then we need a half wall. And roofing wise, it's going to be a pretty simple job. We're not going to go anything complex or special. This is just going to be a quick, simple station to hopefully keep people a little bit happy. I don't know if it actually matters that much on a park that has this little theming, but hopefully it matters just a little bit. Alright, so we're opening up. I was hoping to get some thoughts. There we go, we have our first person who wants to go on Splinter. There we go, and we have our first guest in line for Splinter, along with a bunch of others. And our other goal here is to get up to that 600 total guest mark so that we can hopefully, I think it's going to allow us to bridge these, which means both parks will have a high intensity ride. Because again, I'm treating this as two separate parks right now because it kind of is. There's no way for guests to get from one place to the other. There's not even like, if we go in here, there's not even the rights to purchase land or to build over stuff. It's what it is. Alright, but this ride should already be hopefully making money for us. And if it is, we are in excellent shape. What are people thinking? Oh, lots of people want to go on Splinter. So we have all of them over here, but there's probably some over here. Oh, there's not. Interesting. It does know that they're separate parks. Cool. We are increasing our number of guests, which is a good thing. How long is the line for this? Decoration rating's high? How? Where's the line length? Average queue time is 5 minutes. Okay, that's not too bad. 5 minutes is not a long queue time. I know in your game time it is, but in real life it's not too bad. Alright, and you can take a look at our money here. This ride is really helping us out with our intensity and getting things done. So this area needs some help, but hopefully we're getting closer to our goal here. And let's see if we can advertise for Splinter. Do television, that's gonna be too much. Social media, 600 bucks. For 1 month, that's too much. Bus stops, that's what we want. Not for 6 months, 3 months. Start that bad boy. So we technically have a coaster on each side of the park now. This part of the park is still suffering from a lack of good rides. We have a topple tower. We're gonna put that over here. And hopefully that will assist us in balancing out this park. But I'm pretty excited right now that we have a coaster that is getting people on it. Like, that's a full train going out right now. And we have another one coming in here. It's not going to be a full train, but it's going to be pretty close to full. Yeah, I mean, there's there's only 3 spots missing. Okay, so we needed 6 more people to fill that train up, and we would have had it, which is pretty cool. We're at 400 guests overall. We're slowly getting there. I want to know what the decoration rating for this is. Low. Yeah, how is this one high, but this one's low? Is it because they can see the staff house? But look, we're turning a profit finally too, which is a great sign. So what I'm thinking is, if by the end of year 1, we're just past, we're in August of year 1, so at the end of year 1, if we can get to our 600 guests and get access to what I'm hoping, I can just build a pathway all the way across. That would be great. If that's the case, we're going to be in really, really good shape, I think. Topple Tower is going to cost a little bit more than what we have right now. They're also medium excitement, but they can fit a ton of guests. And that should be a fun ride to just kind of plop in there and not be too big of a deal. And just taking a look here. I'm not building this. I'm just trying to see. If I go straight across, it should line up. Okay, so if I do that, and if we do that, that should be good. Now we'll just, oops. Get some basic stuff in place here. It's all for down the road. We get, oh, look at that. We're up to 500. We're losing guests, but that's okay because 419, yeah, we've lost a few. We have a park closing, which is drawing more guests to our park, which is great. This ride, I think, single-handedly is saving us right now as far as income goes. So our revenue from last month was $1,200, which absolutely is the reason why we're making money right now. If we look at any of the other rides, like this guy here, take a look, revenue last month, profit last month, it lost money. This one, what did it do? Oh, $18, thank you. This one right here, what do we got? Ooh, $76. It's way better than most of the others. This one right here, last month, 130 bucks. Thank you. This one, just had to lose money, right? Whoa, $75. Cool. How about this one? $10. Fantastic. And how long are you? The average queue time is 11 minutes. All right. So that's all well and good. We have a top scan coming our way, which I think is a high intensity ride, which we can, if it is, we're going to throw it over on the other side and get a loan out, even if we can't afford it, so that we can afford it and do what we need to do. Nope, we're losing money again. I think because of the rain, I think we lost some income from this ride. This ride is, again, our savior right now. As far as everything goes, it made $744 for us last month, easily eclipsing and multiplying any of our other rides. And just real quick, I want to take a look at decoration. I don't know why this area is highly decorated. This area, I get it because of that. Ooh, that's no good. Where are our staff at? No. Go deal with the bathroom. Okay. Oh, we had somebody already dealing with it. Okay. So we're slowly getting there. This one's going to be a bit of a slog. We're in November again. I wanted to kind of try to get to 600 by this, like the start of year 2. We're not on track for that right now. And I'm not sure. Let's get a free ride voucher going for Splinter. 300 bucks, and we'll do the same thing here. A free ride voucher for, what is it, Buzz Run for 3 months. Okay, so that's going to cost us some money, but hopefully that will increase our numbers. Oh, we have top scan, medium, It's a little more intense actually, and costs a lot more money than what the Topple Tower does. Interesting. Okay, so hopefully we're just going to increase our guest numbers here with some free rides. Maybe not. Alright, so I'm going to slow this down. I think what we're going to do, we're going to take out another loan of, let me pause this. Alright, because I'm going to be careful here. Take out a loan of $11,000. I'm going to pay back the $9,000 here, which will leave me with $2,800. With that $2,800, we are going to build the Topple Tower. And we're going to open that bad boy up. And we're going to leave it costing the $350. And hopefully that takes care of some of the... We have a lot of people on the pathways over here. And people want to go on that. So that will hopefully satisfy some of that. And you can see that our numbers are increasing now. I do love playing the loan game in this game where we can kind of go between things and just kind of take out a bigger loan to help pay back a smaller loan, and then hopefully use that to answer some problems that we might have. Rain is no good for our park. We definitely do not need rain because it kills our income. Our top scan, or excuse me, Topple Tower is doing great. We're just gonna wait for a full load. And I'm very tempted to take out another loan and build a high intensity ride over here. And then hope that that gets us our people. But at the same time, we've maxed out our loans as far as the highest value one that we have right now. We have this one, which I don't want to take. So if I take this one out, repay this. This one actually is $1,000 extra and costs $1 less. So we're going to take this one out. We're going to repay this one. It doesn't make any sense, and then we can repay $1,000 on this, and it brings our monthly payment down a good bit. Thank you, interest rates. Math is fun. So let's go through here, and we're getting people going on this. I've never been on a ride like this. I've never seen this in real life. I think this is a super cool looking ride. I would love to actually go on one. It's super, super fun looking. I've never seen or been on one, but it looks like an absolute blast. I've been on the kind of the big ones that swing back and forth, the pendulum kind of rides that spin around and swing. But I've never been on one that the entire base kind of rocks back and forth. I think that's super cool. And this just audacious roller coaster that just really throws you around to throw you around. It'd probably be a much more fun ride without that. This part right here is absolutely brutal. The little turnaround there is fine, and then what I really wanted to do is just come in and bring it in, but can't do that to try to get the ratings that we need to have, so that's fine. We are slowly losing guests. We are in January of year 2, so we missed our target here by 100 guests, which is not preferable. And yeah, we are kind of stuck in a rut here. So we have another thrill ride coming our way. Let's switch that over to coasters. Our top scan. Very easily fit into this park. It's not a big ride. We just don't have the cash to do it right now. Because this is a ridiculous line for this ride. But people think it's awesome, which is fascinating. And we've kind of stalled out on our production for that. So what we're going to do is we're going to be bold here. We're going to take out another loan of $11,000 at no, let's go this one. $10,000. We're going to take that out. We're going to build another coaster here. And because we're doing this, I'm going to scale back that one just a touch. And the game's paused right now, so if I totally mess up right now, it's not a big deal. We can just undo all of this and kind of come back. But let's do something like that, and we can delete a whole bunch of this. So 6. Okay, that's fine for right now. This is going to be a super compact twister kind of coaster. See here. So let's pop that like so. And I apologize for not talking too much right now. I'm just trying to navigate what I want to do here. What are our ratings on this so far? Alright. Let's see what that does. This is not a super complicated coaster. And this probably has the wrong trains for what it is. I should probably switch the train design between the two rides, but that's fine. Let's see, it goes up. Goes through that. Oh, yeah, I need to increase the lift hill speed. That should throw it over to the edge. Goes in, and then into the brakes. I'm just going to open that up as is right now. We still have plenty of money left over to fix things if I screwed up, which I very well could have. And we'll see what this brings. We're going to just make that cost $10 though, because... And of course... Of course, the second that we do something, it starts raining. Awesome. We have a group of vandals. Awesome. Always fun when that happens. Let's just take a look at our vandalism. Nothing happening on that side. I find it hard to believe it's on this side, but it could be. So we'll hire him in there. And how many vandals is a group of vandals? 12. Goodness gracious. There's a lot of vandals. Alright, let's just double check and see. Nope. Okay. So we're going to pause this again. We're going to do some construction. Yes, I want to close the ride and start editing it. Oh, we can't go with the top of the tower. Interesting. Okay. Not a big deal. And I'm being unnecessarily violent here for this ride. And let's see, does that help? Not enough. All right, so let's see here. Alright, I think what we're going to do here instead of what I was planning was throw this coaster just around a lot. Alright, so we're going to bring that down just a little more to avoid that part. Oh, I didn't think this coaster would actually make it through all that. So that's cool. Alright, let's see, what do we got? There we go. All I care about is high. We're just going to call this Twister. Very, very unique name. I need to make sure this is also called Twister, so that's not going to work. Lumberyard. Again, incredibly creative. Just a outstanding name. Don't know if there's ever been a coaster named so well as what Lumberyard is. hold on. I spot a vandal. Goodbye. Oh man, they're really just wreaking havoc over here. We're not going to get people into our park if we have a park that looks like that, so we need to most definitely handle that part of our park. So I've used both loans, correct? I'm not happy with where we're at right now. How many vandals do we still have left? 7. There's one. I see him. Goodbye. I don't really see many other vandals right now on this side of the park. But over here, let's take a look and see what we got. We got one right there, so goodbye. Oh, you still have so much money. There's one right there. Goodbye. Alright, that one we already got rid of. Alright. We're doing okay. People are happy with that. Our intensity went down a little bit for some reason. That's okay. Throw another janitor out there. How many vandals we have? 4 of them still. So it's a matter of finding those 4 vandals. The worst part is, like, they don't just want to destroy stuff. A lot of times they are in lines and other places. So, like, I don't think many vandals are in line for the spiral slide, but they could be. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. All right. So we got our 600. There we go. Look at that. We can now connect our 2 parks into one cohesive park, which we'll do right now. We'll get rid of that because there's no reason for them to have to go up that way. Get that one in place. That one in place. There we go. Okay. Feels so much better all of a sudden. Not because we're doing great, but because we have access to things. So our 2 parks now become 1. Now that presents a problem for our staff, but as far as kind of setting out the park, it's not a problem anymore. And somehow all of that lined up perfectly with each other. Almost like I planned this, although I most definitely did not. So let's get all of our pieces in here just so we're consistent across the board. And we need to start making some money here. Because if we start making money, then we can start adding some better rides. We're already in March year 2, so we're almost... I mean, we got to sell a lot of tickets here in not a lot of time. Basically, got to double our number of tickets in half the amount of time that this park has existed for. And if we can do that, we'll be in really good shape. So Steeplechase is not the kind of coaster that we need to have. All the vandals are gone, thank God. I wish we got money back for deleting pathways. That would be great. We have the jumper here. I think we're going to add that in. Maybe over here. We'll open that bad boy up. And we probably should put in a bathroom here. Now, my biggest problem right now is we're running out of money again. And I'm not sure how to solve that problem. Well, you are getting guests into the park. I'm assuming most of the park here, or guests are trying to go for things that are on the other side. Yeah. That's interesting. One of these guests is going for Hot Drinks 1. One's going for Hot Drinks 2. And they're on complete opposite sides of the park. Much, much farther away from all the things that they were looking at. Does that make sense? No, but whatever. I'm not going to judge. People are enjoying that ride. Not my best work. I'm not super thrilled with how it looks and how it operates, but it is attracting guests. That is a full train going out, and hopefully we'll have another full train going in. And we are making money, which is, again, another big plus for us. Our smallest... Oh, we have to pay off all our loans. Oh, God. Oh, God, I didn't even think about that. Okay. We're not going to win this. This is not going to be a successful park. We're at April year 2. We have a year and a few months. And we have to repay $22,000, making only $800 a month. That's just not going to work. And we still need to attract another 600 guests or so. Because one of the stipulations in this park was no loan bets. And we have to hold it for 1 month. So, yeah, we're not winning this. We only need another 500 or so guests to sell tickets to, but again, it's just not going to happen. There's no shot we have at this one. Let's start our process here of at least trying to repay. So we're essentially a year away from where we need to be right now. We have to repay, in that time frame, we need to repay $18,000 and attract another 500-ish guests. Yeah, that's not gonna work. We're done. Game over. And we're just going to slowly take chunks of this out as we get down every $250 or so. We're going to try to repay back as much as we can, as quickly as we can, but I'm not feeling confident at this point. The wind is out of my sails. We are not going to be successful here, and that's okay. I think this is the first one where I've not met the goals, but that's okay. It's a cool park. It's a weird park. Like, there's no reason for this to exist the way it does. I guess I could theoretically just get rid of one of these coasters. They have way more capacity than what I ever need, and we could try to see if we could go from there, but I just don't see the point. Yeah, great, we have a steeplechase. Woohoo. Not what we need for this park. And I don't know if the answer for this is to kind of load up one of the parks and then kind of have them hate the other side, but everybody loves one side, and then you kind of come back and make a bunch of money. I don't know. I don't know if we provide more pathways, like if we come down here and then back, if that does anything, or if it's just kind of like end of game. But we are a year away from our demise. It's June year 2. We have to hold it for 1 month. So we're not in good shape unless we have a massive increase in the number of people who want to come to our park for some reason. I don't think we're going to win this one. But we'll play it out. We'll see what happens, and I'll post this regardless of what happens here, just because I like playing the game and I like seeing what happens. But we'll play it out until we win, or even if we don't win in the time frame of the optional things, we'll keep playing until we get our W, and then we'll go from there. And we keep jumping into the negatives for some reason. I'm not a fan of that. Still need to sell another 650 tickets. Yeah, it's just not going to work out. And every time we get up into the number where we're ready to pay off the money, we go back into the negatives. So let's pop that down to like 200. A Starflyer. That would be a great ride for this park. It would fit so nicely into our ride lineup. But it just was not meant to be. I say all this, we are making progress on our loans. We started off at 22. We're down to 17, so we saved off $5,000. But again, it's taken us a few months to do so. And again, not feeling super confident because we need to go that fine line between making money but also attracting new guests. And we're not doing a good job of attracting new guests. Our numbers are going down steadily. And that's okay, but it's just not a good sign for our park. I might switch this over into shops. And maybe try to get a cash machine or something like that. And every time I try to pay off money, we go negative, especially with the rain here. Oh God, we're in such bad shape. So I'm a little quiet, a little sad. I thought we had a good plan for this park, but I definitely took out too much loan-wise to make this park profitable long-term, to at least win the goals of this scenario. And we're going to resort to paying back $100 at a time, I think. Just slowly chipping away, saving a few dollars a month. That's what we're going to do here. Oh, it actually makes sense for us to pay off the other one more. Take a look here. This one's at $162. This one at $161.70. So this one makes more sense to put the $100 on. Let's see, what can we do here? This one, people are liking too much. We're going to raise that up to $5. It's $2, $2. What are you thinking about this one? Jumper's awesome. What are you thinking about this one? It's a really good deal. Not anymore. $4. Not this one. $3. $2. We're gonna gouge every dollar we can out of here. We're even in the negatives as far as the money goes. Oh God, help us. Starflyer is a super cool ride. I really like Starflyer, both in the game and in real life. I think they're just super cool rides. Like, and it would look great somewhere in this park, but it's just not meant to be. So we'll pay back all of our stuff. We are losing guests. We're sold 815. We're in September of the year 2. And we're struggling mightily to make any type of profit whatsoever. We're just slowly paying back what we can. Trying to make as much money as we can here. Oh God, and there's a group of vandals. Of course, why wouldn't there be? How many of them are there? These are the kind of things that we just don't need. 13 vandals. Oh my goodness, there's one. He has a hot dog. Goodbye. I still love that they wear the little bandanas over their mouths. It's so cool. Any of you people monsters who are breaking things in parks? No? Sure. I thought that was one there, but it's just the light pole that's in the way. There's one. Are you the one we want there? Yeah. Goodbye. Look at all the money you have. You have $41. You can give that to me. You. Goodbye. How much do you have? $88. It's more than the other guy. You. Yeah, you. Goodbye. You. Goodbye. I'm wondering if they're protesting the rise in prices for some of the rides here. And that's why they're wanting to destroy parts of this park. Alright, security staff, you guys need to do your job and get rid of the other ones. There's one. You're banned. Why are you going the wrong way? There's one. Right there. How are you queuing for a ride if you're banned? I don't understand. Alright, just pay your money and go. How about you? Goodbye. Alright, well I guess if we're not going to win this scenario with all the objectives in place, which will, again, be my first time doing that hasn't taken place, we will win this park. I'm convinced of that, but we just will not do so with in the time frame that we need to. But right now it's fun to just go through here and take care of all these people. And by people, I mean the vandals. I want to get rid of all of them. You. Yeah, you're already banned. How about you? Alright, well, you're going to go on Splinter here. So let's just make sure you get on the ride and that you spend some money. I want to see you spend your $12 to get on that ride. There we go. Okay. I feel better. Got you out of the park and you spent $12. Because once you hit that ban button, they don't do anything else. They usually leave right away, but if they go on a ride, they leave right after that. But they stop causing any damage as well, which is kind of the main goal here. So let's see here. We are at... This one's going to get $300 paid off. Beautiful. You're going to get $300 paid off as well. Once we hopefully make enough. Nope. Oh, I'm losing my mind. I just want to win this scenario. But this one is, this one's rough. This is rougher than I thought it would be. We're going to keep going. We're going to slowly just chip away at this debt. I totally forgot that being debt-free was part of this. As the scenarios progress, it seems like they get progressively more... Well, I mean, it makes sense that they get more difficult, but they also seem to matter a bit more when it comes to loan debts and other things. And there's expansions for this game that also do other things. So... They don't let you pause when you're building, apparently, and do some other fun stuff. So it's an interesting mix of things that the game does. We still have 5 vandals roaming around this park, but we got rid of most of them. I feel good. Producing mini donuts. Great. It's a fantastic expenditure of $100 a month. Ooh, ooh. I saw you. I saw you. There you are. I watched you do something. Goodbye. Get out of the park. And I guess we could also increase the price of these things. We're making 50 cents, so let's like say $4. $1.50. Now we're making $4. All the vandals are gone, thank goodness. They say that is a really good deal as well. Let's see, we're making $1.50 on that one, and $1 for that one. $3 per thing, and hopefully we can increase our money just a little bit and get ourselves out of this pickle. We're slowly just paying down that debt. We're in December. It's not going to be good for us. We are not going to win in all of things, but that's okay. We are rapidly paying down some of this money, but not rapidly enough. We still owe just under $15,000. We're paying like $300 back a month. It's just not going to work out well for us. Should I focus on just one of these loans to pay things back to? I probably should. Happy Co. That's the one that we had the ship one with. That's interesting. And then we have another nautical one, East River, with a little anchor sign in there. This is just draining all of everything because we can't do anything with this. We're not far. I think we'll actually meet our sell tickets, but our loan debts is going to be what does us in. What we could theoretically do. Let's see, what do we have here? Construction cost and the remaining value. That's only $1,500. That's not going to help us out. This one's remaining value is what? $1,000. That's not going to help us out either. What I was thinking of is we just go in and just demolish a bunch of rides right at the end and try to win the scenario. Not that that's like a good strategy, but it's fun to think about, especially as this is a super annoying. I just want to win the scenario and be done with it, but I can't be because it's not letting us. Alright, we're just going to go with coasters or something else there because we don't need snow cones. Alright, so we're definitely in year 3. We have February, March, April, May, and that's kind of, we need to reach May and be done with it. We're not there right now. We're not going to be there. But hopefully we can at least get to the number of guests. If we could sell the right number of tickets, that would be at least encouraging. That we didn't totally screw up. And we just kind of got a little overexcited and forgot what our goals were here. We're just paying things back here. We are making progress on it. It's just not quick enough. We've worked to pay down some of our debts. It's just not happening fast enough for us. Oh, we almost got that one in under the wire. We're just going to keep chipping away at this. Slowly but surely, we're going to chip away. Rain is not helping. We're going to increase our customers for go-karts. And again, I think we'll reach... We have 2 months to get another 200 people in this park. I think we'll reach that. Not positive, but I think we will. But our debts are just drowning us right now. I think we're actually going to lower this one down to $10 and just see if that helps us attract some more guests, or at least keep more guests here longer. Because if we can eke out a few more dollars from people who want to be in our park, that might be good for us. And increasing satisfaction is always a good thing. It encourages our guests to stay around a little bit longer. But man, oh man, we just have not been able to keep a consistent number of guests in this park for a long period of time. It's disappointing. We need to build a new ride is what we really need to do. Powered coaster, that's not gonna fit it for us. Thrill rides would be fine. We're slowly chipping away at our finances here. I think last time we checked in it was 15. Now we're at 14. It's just not enough. We're not moving that needle at all. I really just want to make sure we get to another 150 guests in the next month and a half. If we can do that, I'll be happy. I don't actually think that might be, I think that might be a little beyond our reach at this point. But that's okay. I also wish our loans were, like, if we took out a loan and then we started paying it back, if we could pull on that again. I find oftentimes loans in games super annoying because you never pay down the principal. Like, you only pay the interest and that's it. And that's not super realistic to what life is. Often, I mean, if you have a mortgage or a car payment or whatever, you're contributing to the principal with all your payments as long as you're not paying just interest only, which is not really an option they give you. They do want you to pay back what you owe in the loan, just not primarily. Like, you start off by paying the interest at the beginning of the loan, and then you start paying back the principal as the loan starts getting older and older. But in video games, very often, that's not the case. So we're in May year 3. Of course, there's going to be a decrease in the number of guests that come into the park, because why wouldn't there be? And we need basically another 100 people. But we're not going to win this one, as far as completing it in the time frame that we were originally given. But that's okay. We're almost down to $12,000. See, another $200. We'll be down to 12 grand. And then we're just going to focus just on this one here, the Happy Co. Which Happy Co should give us really favorable everything, because we built them a nice little park. Oh, just missed that one. We are making money per month. It is, we are doing a good job. We're making $750 a month, apparently. It's just that it's going in very slowly. So if we take a look at this here, while it says we're making money a month, we're really not, because we're paying back money on our loans each month. So we're really breaking even. And our guest numbers continue to go down. We are in June now, so my prediction that we'd be able to at least get our number of guests was wrong. We still need another 103 guests. Oh my gosh, this is terrible. That's okay. Our job right now is to purely focus on getting the Happy Co financing out of the way. And then maybe build a new ride. Maybe. And then get the Flathead Bank out of the way. So while we have not been successful at winning this park, we are going to win overall. We just have not done the correct combination of things to get the scenario with the gold little marker here. We're going to get the silver one, and that's okay. Oh, great. We have the power coaster. Not what we want at all, but that's okay. And our number of guests are also decreasing, which is just not good. This feels like my home park, which is Six Flags America, where we just don't have any new rides, so there's no real reason to keep going back to the park. but it's the closest thing. So you kind of keep just going. You're not spending a lot of money when you're there. It's not the best time in the world, but it's the closest thing to you. So you just keep going. That's what this Orchard Acre is. It's the closest thing for these people. It's not the best park. It's not a good park. But it's the closest park. So we're just going to enjoy what we have to enjoy with it. And we really need to start attracting some new guests because this is getting real bad. As you can see, we're already beyond our July or June year 3 goal. We're a month beyond that, so awesome. But we're chipping away again. We're down to 13.2. As far as our loans go, that'll be fine. I think at this point I'm going to just be a little quiet here. I'm going to let the game play on its fastest mode and just try to slowly repay our loans and hope that we get there. And yeah, we might hang out until we get to our goal here. We just need 50 more guests. And then after that we'll get rid of our loans. And we'll be good to go. Yep, we're down to $13,000 that we owe on our loans. And we're just kind of going through. Oh, we're in bankruptcy. Hope we'll come out of that soon. I hope. If not, then we're not even going to win. But it's okay. We should be able to make our money back here and be good to go. Scale back everything to its bare minimum. Oh gosh, we're down now $1,000 almost. Splinter got struck by lightning because why wouldn't it? Need 27 more guests, and then we have at least reached one of the goals of the scenario. We also need to make $500 here. Now just over 400. Now just over 300. 200. Nope, 400. 300. Oh, we were almost out of it. Now we're back down to 800. Goodness gracious, why do we keep losing so much money? What is costing us so much? Supplies was very expensive, but that means we made money. Ride maintenance is very expensive. Park admissions is nice. Being $1, you know exactly how many people came in each month. Our loan fees have continually gone down. Our wages have been consistent. $500 something. That's a lot. Alright, so let's see. There we go. We've sold our 1,200 park tickets. 1, 2, 3, 4. That sounds about right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Get rid of you. Alright, hopefully that will bring us out of our poverty here. Now we just need to grind it out and make some money. There we go. We are out of the red. We are now into the black. We're back in the red, but it's not long enough to be worrisome. and we're just going to keep chipping away. We're almost down to an even $10,000, which is fantastic. But we're in October year 3. We should have been done this. I'm a little sad we're not, but it's okay. We have a new ride available to us that we're not going to be able to build because we can't afford anything. Alright, at this point I'm going to let this go and just run. I'm going to step away. I'll fast forward all of this until we get to a point where we make some money, and then we'll pick it up from there. But thank you if you've made it this far. Thanks for joining me. I'll continue going through, but I'm going to fast forward all of this because it's a hot mess, and then we'll come back and take a look and see what we've done. But I'll see you later if I don't talk to you from them, and thanks for joining me, and I'll see you in our next episode. Okay, we've paid off our first loan. We just have $7,000 left, and somehow we've almost gained 100 guests in that time frame. So we're gonna keep going here. I'll put it back in fast forward mode, and yeah, we'll keep paying off our loans at $100 a time and making sure that we can kind of move through the game here. But this one is a fun but frustrating scenario. I would like to redo this at some point to see if we can get the gold star and to do all the things that we were supposed to do in the time frame it says to do it. But I'm not sure if that's going to be a thing that I do at some point down the road or in the near future. I'm not sure. But I'm just going to keep playing the game and seeing where we go from there, and we'll see what's going on. But thanks for joining me. Again, I'm going to put this in the fast forward mode, and we're going to keep slowly repaying this loan, and hopefully we'll be able to win here shortly. Alright, after an exhaustive thing there, we're a little over a year plus where our goal was. We had to deal with vandals and a whole bunch of other stuff. We are a month out from winning this one. We should be fine here. We'll keep our guests, we'll keep our satisfaction. Nothing's really changed here as far as the overall outcome goes, but this is just not a good park. I am definitely going to have to come back and redo this one at some point. I'm not worried about that bankruptcy one. This green one will outlast the red one, but we'll also be well done before there. So that's not too big a deal. But if we take a look through the park, I'm pretty happy with the overall outline of the park, how it looks and does all its stuff. It's just that we definitely needed to do a little bit more to make this park successful and to get everything that we wanted to have done with it completed. So our park here, we're back down. We were up to 550-ish people last time we looked. We've lost about 100 people, but we haven't added anything to this park. Basically, we've just been trying to repay all of our loans, and we obviously were successful with that. Just took longer than what was necessary. So that's kind of where we're at with this park. We have a short update with ride safety, but overall we're doing good. It's just that we need to come back and conquer this park and do it the right way at some point in the future. I'm going to keep going as far as the park's concerned with all the other things that we need to do, but I really do like this park. I think it's a cool looking park. There's a lot of possibilities to explore when it comes to going over everything. But for what we have right now, I think this is what we're going to do with this particular park and how it functions. But thanks so much for joining me. Hopefully you will learn from my mistakes, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.